turn to page 4 in your commencement program, where you'll find a ceremony guide, followed by a list of graduates receiving the Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Business Administration, Specialty Masters, and Bachelor of Science degrees, as well as additional information about the Robert H. Smith School of Business. Leading the academic procession will be over 500 graduates of the graduating class of 2015. They, in turn, will be led by 2 column marshals. Following these graduates will be representatives of the Smith School's illustrious faculty, staff, and our PhD graduates, led by Dean Alexander J. Triantis and Senior Associate Dean Ritu Agarwal. Note that the leaders of each group will be carrying maces. Since the Middle Ages, university processions have been preceded by carrying the mace, a symbol of the university's authority to govern itself and to grant degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the graduating class of 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of the national anthem, which will be performed today by Smith School senior Anthony Jew.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Presiding over these exercises is Dr. Alexander Triantis, Dean of the Robert H. Smith School of Business.
Good morning, graduates of the class of 2016. Good morning, family and friends of the class of 2016. Good morning to our distinguished guests and to members of the Smith School faculty and administration. I welcome you to the commencement of the Robert H. Smith School of Business so that together we may honor our graduates, women and men who have completed the requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Business Administration, Specialty Masters, and Bachelor of Science degrees. From each of us sitting on stage, from every teacher who taught you and every staff person who made your Smith experience possible, we offer a well-deserved congratulations. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You should be proud. You have graduated from one of the preeminent business schools in the world. At the Smith School, the best students, the best faculty, and the most challenging problems of our global interconnected society come together in ways that are transformative and far-reaching. We are a center of collaboration, innovation, and fearless ideas. Every day, Smith ideas and Smith people are moving beyond labs and lecture halls to make a genuine and positive impact on our economy, our society, and the world. Today, you become one of those people. You will go out into the world armed and ready to live lives of meaning and purpose, create value for your organizations, and impress the heck out of everyone who meets you. The occasion of your commencement is a time to celebrate journeys, to celebrate beginnings and endings, and all the amazing things that happen in between. Today, we will look back on your journey and look forward to your future. Some members of the platform party will be introduced as the program proceeds, but at this time I would like to introduce other platform participants. Please, if you would, hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. James Holzapfel, member of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents and Managing Director, Investment Officer at Holzapfel Investment Group of Wells Fargo Advisors, who is one of our very prominent alums and also the father of James, his son, who is graduating today. Thank you, James. Patricia Carochi, Assistant Dean for Development and Alumni Relations. Remember, please hold your applause until we're all done. C.J. Grant, Chair of the Robert H. Smith School of Business Alumni Chapter. Professor Kay Bartol, Chairperson of Management and Organization. Professor Raghu Raghavan, representing Henry Lucas, Chairperson of Decisions, Operations, and Information Technologies. Professor Martin Dresner, Chairperson of Logistics, Business, and Public Policy. Professor David Goddess, Chairperson of Marketing. Professor Martin Loeb, Chairperson of Accounting and Information Assurance. Professor Vojislav Maksimovich, Chairperson of Finance. Professor Tom Corsi, Academic Director of the MS in Supply Chain Management. Professor Stephen Brown, representing Dr. Stephen Loeb, Academic Director of MS in Accounting. Professor Donald Riley, Academic Director of MS in Information Systems. Professor Michael Faulkender, Director of the Master of Finance. Professor Mark Toronto, Academic Director of the Master in Finance. Professor Judy Frells, Assistant Dean of Online Programs. Professor Rob Sheehan, Academic Director of the Executive MBA Program. Professor Progyan Basu, Part-time MBA Program Faculty Director for the Baltimore and Shady Grove campuses. Professor Christian Desso, Part-time MBA Program Faculty Director for the Washington, D.C. Weekend Program. Professor Paolo Procno, Part-time MBA Program Faculty Director for the Washington, D.C. Evening Program. Dale Vanderwall, Assistant Dean of Strategic Operations. Insia Hussain, representing the Association of Doctoral Students. Samuel Kim, President of the Part-Time MBA Association. Jingnan Yang, President of the Smith Masters Student Association. Cici UKG Anya, President of the Smith Undergraduate Student Association. And now, please applaud for the platform party. This platform is not large enough to contain all who have played an important role in making this day possible. In this regard, a special debt of gratitude is owed to the outstanding faculty at College Park and the Robert H. Smith School of Business, and the dedicated staff who have given so much of themselves to the graduates. Also at this time, we respectfully request that all attendees remain seated throughout the entire ceremony in order to provide full recognition to all of our graduates. So let's begin now by hearing from members of the class of 2016. Dr. Rebecca Ratner, our Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, will now introduce our first student speaker.
Thank you, Dean Triantis. I am now pleased to introduce student speaker Adam Green, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Information Systems and Finance. Adam's outstanding performance as a scholar has been recognized with a number of honors and awards, including the Big Ten Distinguished Scholar Award, the National Football Foundation National Scholar Athlete of the Year, and the Benjamin Carson Scholarship for Excellence in Community Service and Athletics. He is the place kicker for the University of Maryland football team and was twice named the U.S. Marine Corps Leader of the Game by the Big Ten Network. Adam has also been an incredibly involved leader, serving as co-president of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes Student Leadership Board and as president of the Uplifting Athletes University of Maryland chapter, where he was a top fundraiser for cystic fibrosis research. Adam will be pursuing his Master in Finance degree at the Smith School immediately upon graduation. Please join me in welcoming Adam Green.
Thank you, Dr. Ratner, for your kind introduction, faculty and staff, for the honor to represent my classmates and speak at this morning's graduation. It's been an incredible ride, but I hope my words may be just as impactful on you, my classmates, their families, and friends, as the Smith School has impacted us all over our time here. It's 4th and 10. Maryland Stadium quiets. 100,000 eyes fall on you. What will you do with this moment? Every Saturday, I face this question when I step foot on Capital One Field. It's a moment full of responsibility, teamwork, pressure, and opportunity. A moment when you look back on all of your training and preparation. A moment when you remember the people that have brought you to where you are, from mom, dad, to your best friends. A moment when you briefly visualize a glimpse of what the future may hold. Class of 2016, today is your graduation. Today is your moment. You've been training and preparing nearly 16 years for this day, and this day has finally come. For some of us, our families are in the audience smiling. I know my mom is probably crying, but they're remembering all the special times you spent together, from elementary school bus stops to late night phone calls when you discovered you were assigned the most annoying roommate ever. But most importantly, you get to briefly envision how you kick off the next step of your life. What will you do at this moment? It can be a daunting question to answer, and one that's filled with expectations and unknowns. For some, the answer comes quickly. You may have a job waiting in the wings from a Big Four firm. You may continue your education through a master's program at a prestigious institution. But for some, the answer may not come right away. Throughout my career, I've been entrusted in making important kicks, and occasionally, I missed. Rutgers, 46 yards, wide right. Central Florida, 38 yards, off the post. No good. I used to believe that moments like these defined who I was. I had trained my entire life for these moments. What if they didn't go my way? But over the years, I learned that it's not the moment itself, but how you approach the moment that defines who you are and the meaning behind the event. What makes today's moment special is not the caps and gowns themselves, but what they represent to us individually. Each illustrates a unique story, a unique journey that's unfolded through our time at the Smith School of Business. From Friday discussions and BSTAT lectures to agonizing group projects that have kept us up until 3 a.m., we've come a long way. We've encountered challenges that have tested us to our limits, but we've welcomed these moments and have weighed each scenario's risk and return. We've faced adversity, but we've never lost sight to our commitment towards excellence and our fearless strides towards innovation and entrepreneurship. We've met some of our closest friends at Maryland, and our relationship with them and our university will continue to stand the test of time. As Terps, we've learned that it's the journey that each of us has traveled that has defined who we are, and it's the journey that we have traveled that has set us down the road towards what we'll become. What will you do at this moment? When I started to live out each moment on the field with the passion and love I had for kicking field goals, rather than letting that moment define who I was, I discovered a newfound sense of happiness unparalleled to any feeling I've had. One of my favorite quotes comes from Alfred Sousa, who said, "For a long time it seemed to me that life was about to begin, real life. But there was always some obstacle in the way, something to be gotten through first, unfinished business, time to be served, a debt to be paid. At last it dawned on me that these obstacles were my life. So this perspective has helped me to see that there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. So treasure every moment you have, and treasure it more because you shared it with someone special. Special enough to spend your time. And remember that time waits for no one. Happiness is a journey, not a destination." Fellow graduates, today we embark on a new journey. Treasure the moments that have brought you to the seat you're in now. As we step foot into new endeavors, we'll find that it's easier for the world to be critical and point out our flaws, but never let those moments define who you are. Never stop believing in your dreams. It's okay to fall down, because when you fall down, you get back up. Find your passion. Find your love. The mind is a powerful thing, and when you pursue your passion, when you pursue your love, you'll find happiness in all you do. I think that's what life is about. The moments that tell your story. The moments that illustrate your journey towards happiness. It's graduation day. The XFinity Center quiets. 100,000 eyes are about to fall on you as you walk across this stage to receive your diploma. What will you do with this moment? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Green, for those inspiring words. I am now pleased to introduce our graduate student speaker, Rahul Sood, who is graduating with a master's degree in information systems. Rahul holds 2 undergraduate degrees, a Bachelor's of Science and Bachelor's of Arts from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. During his time at the Smith School, Rahul was an active member in the community. He served as the president of the Information Systems Association, planning networking events and extracurricular learning activities for his cohort to enhance their time here at Smith. Rahul has served as a technical director for the federal government in the cybersecurity field for the past 5 years and holds several internationally recognized certifications in computer and information security. He is an active mentor, both at work and in the community, and as a leader is passionate about helping others achieve their potential. Please join me in welcoming Rahul Sood.
Thank you, Dean Ratner, for the kind words, and I want to give a warm welcome to the distinguished guests, faculty, staff, family, friends, and students. Good morning, graduating class of 2016. We did it. It is my honor and privilege to speak to you today and represent the outstanding graduates whose accomplishments we're here to recognize. Today is a day of extraordinary celebration as the culmination of months of painstaking labor, hard work, and heroic triumph of student versus exam have come to an end. As graduates, you have not only shown that you are ready for the challenge, but you have proven, without a shadow of a doubt, that your commitment, determination, and perseverance was, is, and always will be unparalleled. When I was walking in earlier today, I saw a lot of familiar faces. They weren't familiar because I was in the same classes with them, or even the same program. They were familiar because they were the ones I would see in the Master's Lounge in Van Munching Hall at 1 a.m. getting ready for finals in September. They were the ones attending optional programming workshops on a Saturday multiple times a semester. They were practicing field goals to help lead their team to a quick lane bowl victory next Monday, December 26th at 2:30 p.m. They were the ones trying to convince the professors that the 99 should really have been 100. Yeah, that was us. Since we're finally graduating, I wanted to say thank you to all of our amazing faculty and staff for all of your support. And thank you to all the professors for your guidance and, most importantly, your patience. And sorry for all the gray hairs. I share these stories with you today, not only to highlight the hard work that brought us all here, but to serve as a feeble reminder of the road ahead. There's never been more uncertainty in a world where everything seems so opaque. As we are on the precipice of the great unknown, like generations before us, we must humble ourselves as we embark upon this journey. We must continue to be driven, ambitious, and hungry for more knowledge wherever we can find it. We must continue to be kind and respectful to one another, so that we can learn from those different than us and help share in the joys of life along the way. We must understand the debt we owe to society and the responsibility that falls solely on our shoulders. We must work together, as we have in the past, to move forward as one. Basically, continue to be you. We know now what lies beyond the doors of the XFinity Center. However, when we cross that threshold, one thing is for certain. We are now equipped with the tools required to instantiate change, purposefully and ethically. It is our responsibility to carry the torch, and ensure the internal flame is abounding with intellectual curiosity and innovative ideas. After all, we are all Terrapins. Nothing less is expected of us. As this chapter comes to a close, to all the family members, friends, guardians, and mentors present here today, on the surface it seems as though we're here only to celebrate the wonderful accomplishments of my fellow graduates. However, that's only a small part of it. While we, the students, acknowledge the gravity of this accomplishment, each and every one of us knows that deep down, none of this would have been possible without you. If you had not encouraged us to apply, we may not have been accepted. Or if your guidance and support weren't steadfast, we may not be here today. As the next chapter begins, we need you now more than ever. Some of our worst days are ahead of us. That's just the honest truth. However, we need your guidance and your advice to help navigate the pitfalls of life. If we don't land our dream job or realize that it wasn't what it was cracked out to be, remind us that opportunities come in all shapes and sizes. And it's what we do with them that matters. As graduates, we promise that no matter how far we go, we will always find a way back home. Loosely translated, you're not quite rid of us just yet. You were there every step of the way, and for all of those reasons, and many, many more, thank you from the bottom of our heart. Lastly, I personally would like to thank two people in particular. Your support was unwavering, and your intentions were always true. You never lost hope, and you always encouraged me to be the best, not because I was your son, but because you knew I could do better. One lifetime is not enough to say thank you, but this one's for you, Mom and Dad. To the rest of my family, you were the most welcome beacon on the foggiest night. You guided me away from jagged rocks and protected me when I needed it most. The path you blazed and the feats you accomplished make a master's degree look easy, which I can now happily say from experience, it's not. I would not be who I am today if it were not for you. To the Robert H. Smith class of 2016, I wish you the best of luck and the utmost congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sood. It is now my great pleasure to welcome today's commencement speaker, Richard L. Novak, who is now retired after a 50-year career as a senior executive in the healthcare and consumer packaged goods industries. Rich is what many of you hope to become, tremendously successful. Rich graduated with a degree in marketing in 1962, and as a student, he was the quarterback of the University of Maryland football team. You can tell the theme in this morning's graduation ceremony. And he had a drive to succeed on and off the field. He earned several All-ACC academic honors and was named to the Maryland Football Legends Group in 2011. As a 30-year veteran of the healthcare industry, Rich has an outstanding track record as a top executive. He most recently served as Chief Operating Officer of LabCorp, where he led an operating team that produced a 60-fold increase in market cap. He has overseen the P&L of businesses in excess of $1 billion for many years. In addition to domestic and international operations, Rich has managed sales and marketing, strategic planning, mergers and acquisitions, and licensing. He also is an incredibly loyal Terp. As you may say, he bleeds Terp red, white, black, and gold. Rich serves on the University of Maryland Foundation Board of Trustees, established an endowed scholarship for students at the Smith School, actively supports university athletics, and is a voice for LGBTQ rights. Rich is a principled and committed leader, and I'm proud to also call him a friend. I can think of no finer role model for you as you enter the marketplace. Please join me now in welcoming Rich Novak.
Thank you, Dean. Our friendship is mutual. Congratulations, graduates. Your degree will be a significant addition to your resume. Terrific. I'm happy to celebrate with you. Graduates, parents, families, friends, faculty, staff, good morning. Buenos dias. Bonjour. So, I'm showcasing my recent objective to communicate in more than one language. At my stage in life, that fits the rubric that anything's possible. You know, in that vein, how about standing at this dais as your commencement speaker? That's a far cry from entering this university in 1958, long way ago, as a scrawny, and I emphasize scrawny, student athlete. By the way, I love that term, student athlete. For me, the student part meant the School of Business and Public Administration. That's the forerunner of your Smith School. The athletic piece was being, as the dean said, a quarterback on the football team. Here's how it started. I have this letter, which is my 1958 scholarship letter. Let me read you a couple of excerpts. So it's August 18th, 1958. Mr. Richard Lee Novak, Uniontown, Pennsylvania. This little coal mining town in western Pennsylvania. Dear Mr. Novak, this is to notify you that the Scholarship Committee of the University of Maryland has awarded you a university grant effective September 1958. This grant is made for the period normally necessary for you to procure a degree from the undergraduate curriculum of your choice, which was business. So there are a couple more paragraphs, and then it says, if you can accept this grant, please notify us promptly. And we did. Congratulations, Paul Poffenberg, Office of Scholarships and Grants and Aids. So, that's that. Now check now the juxtaposition of that letter with one I received just last year. So, here's another letter, last year. Dated August 10th, 2015, again to Richard L. Novak, Greenwich, Connecticut. He moved up in life. Dear Rich, please accept my sincere thanks for agreeing to chair the campaign cabinet board for the Division of Athletics. Some more words. It ends with, I look forward to your participation at the September 30 campaign retreat where the board chairs, deans, and members of the trustee, campaign steering committee, and development offices will gather to galvanize our campaign plans to raise $1.5 billion. Yours sincerely, Wallace Lowe, President. How do you like those two letters? Comparing those two and seeing my path from student athlete to trustee, it indeed is the case that anything's possible. Students, graduates, set your sights high. Go for it. The world is your oyster. I promise you, the world is your oyster. What I'd like to do this morning is to provide some value added, and I hope you feel that would have happened. I will tackle three disparate themes. One is leadership, one is legacy, and another one is called learnings, LLL. Given those themes, you will know what has interested, guided, and worked for me. Perhaps it will have some relevance to your beliefs, aspirations, mores. I hope we'll find a connection. Let's start with leadership. Obviously, that's a favorite of mine given my quarterback heritage and my corporate executive roles. Why leadership? That's where everything starts. It's the engine that fuels success. Here at the University of Maryland, let me cite a couple of examples of quality leadership. How about Dean Alex as a leader? He sets the vision, the mission, the strategy, the game plan for the Smith School. Thereafter, the professors, staff, follow that lead through the leadership cascade. Love that leadership cascade. Top person sets all those things, then those below are in that cascade. Strategies are implemented, Mid-course corrections are made as needed. Success is monitored and achieved. Way to go, Alex and team. Another leader, University of Maryland, President Wallace Lowe. I think he's a superb president, frankly. Why? He's a futurist, and we really do need futurists leading this university. Some examples. How about our entrance into the Big Ten in athletics? Several years back. Boy, there were a lot of naysayers about that. It's been a great financial deal. And by the way, over the last couple of years, we have finished number one in the Big Ten, tied, I believe, in the number of sports in which we won the conference championship. Number one. Wallace is very involved in the revitalization of College Park. I'm sure you know about his objective and all the nuances of that. The Phillips Art Museum partnership, brilliant, terrific. The hiring, or putting his imprimatur on the hiring of Mark Turgeon, a terrific basketball coach, and DJ Durkin, are as well terrific football coach. And the coach is here, Coach Durkin. I think highly of him. And lastly, this guy Wallace Lowe, his many interactions with varying constituency, which he does very well. How many of you have ever gotten a pin from Dr. Lowe? He walks around with about 500 pins in his front pocket and his back pocket, and he's always giving pins to people. He's given me 37 pins already. I say, buddy, I already have one. Okay? Some miscellaneous thoughts on leadership, and I'll go quickly on these. Organizations, teams, symphonies, fire departments, you name it, whatever, thrive with strong leadership. They sink with poor leadership. Leaders have followers, right? Followers desire and need leaders. They work hand in glove. Leaders abhor mediocrity. Excellence has to be the goal. As you go about your careers, make sure that you don't let mediocrity get in your way. It's difficult at times, but don't let mediocrity get in your way of excellence. Last, with leadership, there was an exec, David Ogilvy was his name. He was considered by many to be the guru of advertising in the United States. And he's a patriarch, if you will. I admired David, and in a book about him was struck by his thoughts on leadership. This is his thoughts, but here are the verbatim qualifications he looked for in leaders. Think about these. A high standard of personal ethics. Big people without pettiness. Guts under pressure, resilience in defeat. Brilliant brains, not safe plotters. A capacity for hard work and midnight oil. Charisma. A streak of unorthodoxy. I like that one. That's innovation. The courage to make tough decisions. This is Ogilvy talking about leaders. Inspiring enthusiasts. How about this one? A sense of humor. David Ogilvy's. I agree with David. Second theme I wanted to talk about was legacy. I'm thinking legacy in a sense of your reputation, not legacy meaning a gift or inheritance. To further define legacy in my context, it's what do people say about you when you are gone? Were you a good person? Did you treat others fairly? Were you generous? Etc. In the Hamilton Broadway play, which my wife Laura and I attended 6 months ago, if you get a chance, you should go. I was taken by a line that said, legacy is a seed you plant in a garden you will never see. Legacy is a seed you plant in a garden you will never see. How telling, how true. The thesis I would like to promote is a living legacy, not an after-the-fact one. Your legacy, all of you, has already begun, and you will further grow that throughout your lifetime. Be aware of it, work on it, develop, nurture attributes that will hold you in high esteem by others. Personal characteristics among many that I think, this is me speaking now, create a favorable legacy are honesty, integrity, humility, loyalty, perseverance, drive, team play, professionalism, generosity, optimism. General and Secretary of State Colin Powell said, optimism is a force multiplier. I agree. Regarding generosity, it isn't always about money. Certainly a desire to give money in relation to your means is laudable. Key point being, as your assets in life increase, think about increasing your generosity. Philanthropy is incredibly rewarding and incredibly appreciated by its recipients. My wife and I are proud to give back to the university and other great causes. In fact, the university's Do Good initiative, which I'm sure you're all aware of, is a wonderful example of generosity at its finest. But generosity can also be about simple things like extending your hand to a person in need, saying thank you often, recognizing those who have excelled with a handshake or a hug, saying good morning to a stranger, exchanging a smile with a youngster, talking to everybody, no matter what their rank in life, talking to everyone, no matter their rank in life. Throughout my career, I enjoyed as much going on the factory floor, back in the back room, as much as I did with the C-suite. Talk to everybody. And consider, how about tutoring a fellow student at no charge? That's generosity. In some graduates, you're on your way, life's way with your legacy. A favorable legacy is yours to develop and keep. It's really important, and trust me on that. Good luck. So that's legacy. The last theme is learnings. It's really my learnings. It's kind of a hodgepodge of things that I've felt, I've experienced, or I've been told. Perhaps there is a pearl or two in these that resonates with you. First, size doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter. That's a metaphor for don't let your limitations, whatever they be, get in the way of your quest to succeed. Size doesn't matter. My example, I came here as a 158-pound quarterback. 158 pounds. Today I would be water boy. Growing up in western Pennsylvania, my desire was to go to Pitt, 50 miles away. West Virginia was 30 miles away. Penn State was 100 miles away. I mean, that's where I wanted to go to school. I visited all three, and they said, we really like you, Rich, but you're too small to play for us. So guess what? Maryland said, no, you're not. Come on and play. So we played those schools 5 times in my career. 4 wins Maryland, 1 for the other side. Size doesn't matter. How about Nate Robinson? Those of you who are in basketball, 5'9", slam dunk champion 3 times. 7-footers, goodbye, 5'9". Size doesn't matter. Russell Wilson was a quarterback, so I'm talking some sports, NC State. And he was going into his senior year, I guess he was going to graduate, and the football coach said, you want to play baseball? You're going to go and play baseball in the spring as opposed to spring practice football? If you do that, I don't think you ought to worry about football. So Russell said, well, thank you very much. I think I'll transfer to Wisconsin and take them to a Rose Bowl victory and 11 wins. And of course, he went to the Seattle Seahawks with a couple of at 5'11". But the point is, he didn't let that limitation of his coach get in his way. Size doesn't matter. How about, get away from sports, Mother Teresa, diminutive, frail, superb humanitarian. Size doesn't matter. Secondly, with learnings, balance, I believe, is key in life. Not too high, not too low. If you get too high, you get full of yourself. If you get too low, you get down on yourself. Not too high, not too, stay even keeled. Wins and losses help maintain that balance. Next point, act like a thespian, an actor when you've taken a hit. Don't show the hurt. Somewhere in my career, I took a real hit in a business sense. A buddy of mine said, hey, Rich, Don't let them see it in your face. Don't let them see it in your words. Hang in there. Act like a thespian when you've taken a hit. You've probably taken some, you'll take more. Act like a thespian. First place I worked had a saying, it was work hard, work hard, play hard, you probably heard that, sleep fast. The notion was, at that time, everybody worked hard and they liked to play hard. But when the meeting started at 8, sleep fast, show up. A couple of thoughts about success. What it doesn't inhibit success. Whether you're extrovert or introvert. People say, oh, you have to be an extrovert to do this. You have to be an introvert. Frankly, people think I am a flaming extrovert. I'm gregarious, I'm all these things. On the Myers-Briggs thing, I'm right on the line of introvert. Walter Slow tells me he's an introvert. Doesn't matter, extrovert, introvert. Being analytic versus intuitive. In other words, you like a lot of data or you like your gut. It's great if you have both, but it doesn't really matter over a lifetime if you're slanted one side or the other. Being a talker versus a listener. Now, I would err on the side of listening more versus talking, but either way, wherever your leanings are, I don't think it's going to get in the way of your success. This one might be debatable. Being first in class or farther down. Somebody finished one in here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not arguing against you, but if you're farther down, you can still make it. I read that Senator John Glenn, war hero, presidential aspirant, he finished 760th of 765 graduates of the Naval Academy. I think he's done fine. And success isn't inhibited by whether you're rich or otherwise. If you're rich, maybe you got a little edge now, but it's, over a lifetime, I remember growing up in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, in the coal mines, and Laura and I think we're rich now in many ways. Lastly, about learnings, my favorite was from my high school maintenance worker to us as teenagers. He was an Italian guy. And his Italian brogue, he said, "You boys, take your time and hurry up." I was like, what? You think of that one. Take your time and hurry up. Sometimes you need more data, right? To make a decision. Take your time. Sometimes you just need to make a decision. Hurry up, right? So, I've made a decision. Let me hurry up and close with a resounding congratulations to the graduates of the Smith School. We are proud of you. Thank you. Gracias. Merci.
So thank you very much, Rich, for those inspiring words. We know that you have 38 pins, but this is a very large pin for the wall in your house, and it's a beautiful chirp. We hope you don't have one of those already. So thank you very much again.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you. Sure.
We're going to take a look here. Great. Mr. C.J. Grant, Chair of the Robert H. Smith School of Business Alumni Chapter, will welcome the soon-to-be graduates to the alumni community. C.J.?
Dean Triantis, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, family and friends, and spectators, wherever you are, it is my honor to join you today in congratulating the class of 2016. And I would like to personally welcome this graduating class to the Alumni Association of the University of Maryland. As chair of the Smith Alumni Chapter Board, I won't exert too much pressure on you to encourage you to become active alumni, but instead I will convince you to get involved and stay involved. You see, I have referenced several business terms in this speech that as future business leaders of the U.S. and the world, should resonate in some way with you, in each and every one of you. And so without further delay, here is my slightly extended elevator pitch on why being involved alumni provides dividends for years to come. And if you're starting to count, those are your first 2 terms. Today, you join the Smith alumni community of more than 60,000 individuals. Our alumni community is an impressive affinity group with strong personal brands and exciting demographic profiles. As we benchmark against our peer institutions, we find that those business schools with high levels of alumni participation are industry leaders in higher education. So, to truly maximize the value of your Smith experience, we need to work together to ensure the Smith School continues to be a recognized leader in business education. Alumni engagement post-graduation can take many forms, but mostly it boils down to keeping in touch and staying involved. So we encourage you to download and regularly use the Smith app. This app is available on both the iPhone and Android platforms. And with this app, you can see firsthand the centers of distribution among our alumni body. The app is exclusive to the Smith community, and customer discovery has been incredibly positive thus far. Additionally, volunteer opportunities are numerous, from mentoring to resume review to job creation to even giving a speech at a future graduation. You can also participate in e-commerce opportunities by buying more Terp gear and touting your fresh new alma mater. Lastly, you can further demonstrate those leadership skills you hone at Smith by recruiting future graduates and advocating for Smith. The return on investment for your alumni experience is up to you. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that the more you invest, the more you get back. And the stronger the school becomes as a result. So continue to help make the Smith School a market leader in business education by keeping in touch and staying involved. Congratulations again to the class of 2016, and welcome to Alumni Association. Go Terps!
Professor Robert Wendell, Director of Doctoral Programs, will present the Doctor of Philosophy graduate. Will the candidate please rise?
Dean Triandis, I am pleased to present the Doctor of Philosophy degree recipient.
I am honored to recognize a graduate who has successfully completed all requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Professor Ritu Agarwal, Senior Associate Dean, will introduce the graduate.
Ray Zhang. Huda Dr. Raghu Raghavan, Major Operations Research and Management Science. Dissertation title, Mathematical Programming Models for Influence Maximization on Social Networks.
A professional photographer will be taking each graduate's picture as they receive their envelope. In order not to obstruct the view of other guests, family and friends are asked not to enter the floor for photographs. Also, we remind all attendees to please remain seated throughout the entire ceremony in order to fully recognize all of today's graduates. Dr. Shrivardhan Lele, Assistant Dean of Academic Affairs for the MBA programs, will present the candidates for the master's degree. Will the candidates for the Masters of Business Administration, Master of Finance, and Master of Science degrees please rise?
Dean Triantis, I am pleased to present the master's graduates.
Dr. Lele, I'm honored to recognize these graduates who have successfully completed all requirements for the Master of Business Administration, the Master of Finance, or the Master of Science degrees.
Will the graduates please be seated? Dr. Jeffrey Kudish, Assistant Dean of Corporate Relations and Managing Director of the Office of Career Services, will introduce the MBA graduates. We will now recognize the graduate who is a member of the platform party.
Rahul Sood, Master of Science in Information Systems.
Will all the Master of Business Administration, Master of Finance, and Master of Science graduates please remain seated until directed to the platform to receive your congratulations.
The following students are Master of Business Administration degree candidates. Smitha Palya. Jeff Lesson. Andrew Roberts. Elizabeth Ashton. Jonathan Cosgrove. Sarah Cummings. Lisa Knapp. Amanda Fisher. Russell Atta Sofa, Master of Business Administration, also earning a Master of Finance. Shem Brooks. Chuck Egbu. Keisha Spriggins. Isatu Faye. Bradley Rodeer. Tim Cooper. Lucius Thompson. Charlene Sarmento. Selena Aguirre, Master of Business Administration, also earning a Master of Finance. Nedji Metalis. Jessica Ayanis. Rachel McKelvey. Jeffrey Robert Ostermeyer. Jesse Kellner. Paul Herdner. Trent Johnson. Rachel Fiola. Danielle Kluchin-Poder. John Torsten Legren. Joseph Costello. Eric Charles Dembert. Adrian Pringle. James Hulsapel. Kathleen Gould, Master of Business Administration, also earning a Master of Science in Accounting. Tanisha Dalton. Kenneth Pankey. Jasmine Rose. Gianna Antonetta Franzone. Jeremiah Anthony Bracey. Juan Echervi. Metuke Cruz. Constance Ibia Mila. Tracy Jefferson. Andrea Wood. Melissa Kasparius. Michelle Gallagher. James Altamirano Porta. Joshua Warich. Carl Franzetti. Aubrey McLaughlin. Stephanie Slabata. Sarah Reback. Lauren Rudolph. Justin Condos. Mika Campbell. Sharice Davis, Master of Business Administration, also earning a Master of Public Policy. Michael Nagel. Paulo Roma. Jeremy Michael Friedmar. Larissa Philipshin. Lucy Novick. Megan Stamper. Laura Booton. Deepa Jagala. Brian Swan. Reggie Dorsonville. Andrew Roll. Stephen Sintyan. Faraz Kalik.
Ms. Nicola Daniel, Associate Director of the Finance Department, will introduce the Master of Finance and Master of Science graduates.
The following students are Master of Science in Accounting degree candidates. Tonya Bazadi. Meng Du. Chen Fang. Guanfang Wang. Chen Jingguo. Ziyuan Yu. Li Junni, Yining Sun, Akasua Nitamwa, Ning Sun, Xinru Qian, Xiang Yunba, Yining Cai, Jin Zhao, 准颖好，莫涵，李俊礼，准林吕李 ，John Petrus， 可晨，傅荣记，文一银，越王。 韦州、贺孙、百孙、跛金、李生照、薇薇杨、回敲杨、钱宇礼、郝威罗、蓝蕊柳。 卓绕谢、小丹康、黄玉王、岳潘、洗间灯、洗衣机，洗衣机，洗衣机，袁书。韦特球、陈慧菜、贾和金、昆里、凯林城、郝一舟、斐蒙、以钦涵、叶伦孙。Thank you. Maria Kafarakis. Bozi Motsataigo. Priti Agarwal. Sharon Chung. Arunika Bedi. Neda Karimi. Fatumata Nimaga. Anna Grigori, Tuala Lokpe, Anthony Hunter, Zhendong Jiang, 滴露 Fernando Merchant, Myron Eden, Faya McKay Linger, Rashid Ojuko, 仙菜 楚乔王 简宁夫 史尊柱 田玉和 史瑞王 史耀阳 缅章 以汉照 若南阳 玉湖 思其变 崔听吕 以葱梨 裴纳柳 好谢 韦卓阳 惠于王 雅琪流 光于珠 雪七烹 简林晨 永基六 常远游 死期上 宜莲王 荣福 荣于 次文 雨滴神 君于旁 许称珠 爽街吴 宠湖 沈庞 毁田操 甄毁瑜 左校长 小冯钦 江以礼 凯林丁 子亲王 祥为人 以白孙 윤숙윤 宝晨 Bridget Kodwa Anna Scala 何以芳 The following students are Master of Finance degree candidates. 第一次玩菜 辛景 学冷 禹周徐 眼汪 席以章 兖州 隋月鹤 狄物 金金孝 君以故 殷银黄 岭南王 岳七义 司尧天 禹色黄 逮进臣 以江 爱地寒 尹丁 岳庐 演波鹤 双庚 艺伎 施家洛 懒辉王 蒙薛江 贾医师 草讲 款上 建宋 方为流 满玉流 者王 陈金董 小南湖 第一良 浙徐 乙朝黄 瑞曹 敖雪白 Zheng Lin Cui, Tanya Reddy Mothe, Rishabh Shetty, Chandrika Naigam, Vinay Anand, Zhongnan Liu, Chunyu Yi, Huo Guangzhou, Li Qingchang, Jingyu Yang, Chang Su, Hui Yaosun, Zi Jingye, Yi Zhong Wang, Wen Jiezhu, Bo Jiancui, Jun Kaili, Yue Zhao, Yu Cai, Jian Linhe, Bing Zhaofan, Wei Jieqiu, Yang Yangyu, Tian Kaixiong, Cong Jianguo, Sheng Yunmao, Ting Qiyang, Yue Mingli, Li Chunli, Sheng Wu, Ao Zhou, Yue Zhao, The following students are Master of Science in Information Systems degree candidates. Malav Doshi, Karmanka Patak, Ashim Seth, Mohit Mahindru, Lian Choi, Zhengzhou Wang, Utsaf Jambusaria, Khushbu Bhatia, Nirja Katwala, Shruti Nayar, Lenoy Jacob, Nitin Tolani, Soni Nakpal, Shripanda Iyer, Tianji Gu, Jian Huigong, Ming Liao, Bo Tang, Shu Meng Li, Jia Yi Liu, Zhe Du, Qi Wang, Meng Ni Li, Nuo Zhuo Ling, Wei Jie Gu, Jia Qi Li, Rong Sun, Xiao Liu, Jia Ming Guo, Chen Xiangyang. The following students are Master of Science in Supply Chain Management degree candidates. Yi Zhe Zhao, Le Zhong, Ankit Gedam, Darcis Shetty, Joseph Weizen, Barbara Peng, Shuhui Bao, Nanqing Jiang, Zhongru Huang, Yuan Chen, Maria Rivas Roman, Rachel Rawlings, Reshma Menon, Wenting Qiu, Ying Chen, Yi Tan Wang, Shi Yanfei, Han Qing Ma, Kun Huang, Shunyang Wang, Bo Zhizhou, Chao Zhang, Lei Ma, Yue Wang, Wang, Jian Xinlin.
Dr. Victor Mullins, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs, will present the class of 2016 graduates. Will the candidates please rise?
Dean Triantis, I'm pleased to present the class of 2016 graduates.
Dean Mullins, I'm honored to recognize these graduates who have successfully completed all requirements for the Bachelor of Science degree.
Will the graduates please be seated? Mr. Gary Cohen, Associate Dean of Executive Programs, will introduce the graduates. We will now recognize a graduate who is a member of the Platform Party.
Adam Green, double major in Finance and Information Systems, graduating magna cum laude.
Will all other graduates please remain seated until directed to the platform and receive our congratulations?
The following students are finance majors. Adam Cohen, Matthew Horn, Caitlin Fosta, Seth Alexander, Nomble Glazai, Vishal Chopra, Ryan Warren, Oluwadurotimi Odulakali, Leah Pope, Theodore Lee, Gilly Naftalovich, Joseph Cater, Robert Walton, Reese Epley, John Stober, Ishadi Silva, Ting Ting Lin, Ryan Vogt, Elliot Shimonov, cum laude, Eden Berlin, Hargan Kalsi, Sonia Parveen, Joseph Peacock, Adam Paul, Jackson Cohen. The following students are international business majors. Jenny Quan Chu, Yuzheng Zheng, Myeon Lee, Yelena Malarodova, Anna Podgorniak, the following students are management majors, which include students in the entrepreneurship track. Robert Clark. The following students are supply chain majors. Renee Alvarado Perez, Caitlin Cruz, Shannon Gierl, Alexander Moser, Richard Rivera, Curtis Mead, Troy Joyce, Koromobi Bome, Astra Tatiana, Manar Isaac Dajani, Christo Brambila. The following students are accounting majors. Kevin Frick, Darcy Perdue, Brett Kofsky, Matthew Knoll, Alexandra Freeman, Andrew Mullen, Andrew Friedman, Jan Amokomayan, Xinyu Wu, Shiyu Yang, Michael Aidi, Alexander Vu, Anthony Hoffman, James Dorian, Dakota Johnson, Sun Ho Chang, Christopher Chan, Angela Chin, Ilana Nguyen, Sedarani Tan, Jasmine Okeke, Lahini Abewikrama, Hansani Visithguma, Trujen Kao, Lindsay Galanco, John Dillon, Wuri So, Tae Lee, Lu Han, Michael McCulloch, Samuel Magid, Joanna Perdomo. The following students are marketing majors: Skylar Rudolfsky, Dakota Niedermeyer, Claire Halligan, Dara Kramer, Erika Lau, Sepand Magdori Mohadan, Foluke Tuakli, Angelica Brown, Megan Thomas, Jordan Litter, Huyn Wen, Emma Shannon, Mauna Yaha, Gustav Kurtz, Evan Lipman, Samuel Halgrud, Kalsumo Mi'i Zeki. The following students are information systems majors: Minhwan Kim, cum laude; Adam Witcher, Carly Scott, Tiffany Payne, Angela Lay, Ye Ju Kim, Matthew Miller, Jimmy Shu, Jean Barra, Tujo Rasu Amira Manana, Louis Boji. The following student is the Operations Management and Business Analytics major: Lindsay Straley.
Well, once again, let us congratulate all of today's graduates. Graduates of the Robert H. Smith School of Business, it has been a real pleasure to share this special day with you. My congratulations to each of you on the accomplishments that have led to this day. We also honor the people who supported you, who believed in you, and who in many cases paid for you, the parents of the class of 2016. It is with great hope and optimism that we at the Smith School send you out into the world. I am certain that you will lead diverse and accomplished lives. I know you are happy to have your classes behind you, but this may be the end of college. It is certainly not the end of learning. As you continue to learn, I hope you will share your knowledge, your insights, and your experience with us. And I hope that your life will lead you back to this learning community to mentor students, to serve on a committee, to speak to a club, or to continue your education. Graduation is a significant achievement made possible by your own hard work, but also by the support of your friends and your family members. As you graduate, I also offer you the Smith School's encouragement and support. Take advantages of our alumni networking opportunities as you pursue your careers. Stay in touch with us, and we will stay in touch with you. The Alumni Relations Office is even now checking your addresses and the spelling of your last names. We hope you have a long and mutually beneficial relationship with the Smith School. Every member of the Smith community is very proud of your achievements. We wish you well on the journey ahead, and I look forward to hearing many good reports of your successes in the years to come. Congratulations. I wish you all the best.
Will graduates and guests please remain seated until the faculty has recessed? After the faculty has recessed, graduates are asked to please exit the arena by any of the stairways from the floor. In addition, we ask that all guests and graduates please exit the arena immediately following the Smith School ceremony in order to allow guests arriving for the next ceremony to take their seats. Thank you for your cooperation and have a great day.